You know, when you dump the Halloween candy bag out and if you got a Twix, it felt like you won the lottery. On the iPhone, when you press snooze, it's 9 minutes.
It's 9 minutes.
I only know that because I press snooze about 20 times in the morning.
I try to limit myself to twice.
You're sort of like my #goals.
I'm Gabrielle Wesley. I have the pleasure of being the Chief Marketing Officer for Mars Wrigley North America. I manage a portfolio of 26 brands in North America, across Canada and the United States, and I'm really happy to be here and I really love my job.
Yeah. So tell me, what time does the alarm go off for you in the morning?
Oh gosh, 6 a.m. So I'm an early riser. I'm probably best in the morning. Unfortunately, I aspire to be one of those people who get up and work out in the morning, but I'm at my best mind space in the morning. So I like to get up early and get things started.
And what's the first thing you do?
Meditate.
Fantastic.
Really, yeah. The first thing I do, I just take about 10 minutes of gratitude. It settles me. And then I let out my dogs.
How do you execute that? Do you go to a special place? Do you just sit for a minute where you wake up?
Yeah, I like to sit on the floor because for whatever reason it centers me. And I don't meditate for long. I literally set an alarm for 9 minutes and that's it. And I start with just, how grateful I am for whatever, no matter what is going on in life or at work or, even at home, there's always something to be grateful for. So after I meditate, let the dogs out, kind of get ready for the day, the first thing I do is go to my to-do list. I go through and what is priority today? And, I'm a big on list. So I have a professional list, a home list, of making sure that I'm getting things done. So I go through my list, and so a lot of things that are on my list are things that I want to do that are more long term. So I have a list of those things, and I want to make sure that I'm doing something to bite off some of the big things. So that's really important to me. I want to make progress every day on some of the big things.
So then, have any of those rituals changed at all as you've become more senior and maybe particularly as you've taken on a C-suite role?
I think that one thing has changed is I invest more time in people. Just having conversations, just talking about the future or things that we want to change, just being able to have that space to think and vibe. I want to protect time to be able to do that. And that sometimes can be tough, but I schedule time to have those conversations.
So if you had one word to describe your calendar, your work calendar, how would you describe it?
Oh, it's impossible. It's absolutely positively impossible. I do travel a lot. I do have a lot of back-to-back meetings. But I also have really tried very hard to protect Friday afternoons to just have the time to do what I want to do. And then I block one day a month just to kind of catch up on life. And no meetings, what kind of progress have I made on things? And so I try to protect that pretty specifically. But most days, impossible, from 7 to 5 meetings for sure.
Just before we started, we were talking a little bit about fashion and sort of an outward display of who we are and what we wear and how we present ourselves to the world. Can you tell me a little bit about your philosophy on that? Yeah,
I learned probably too late in life to wear and to present yourself in a really authentic way. I think when you first start in your career, you're just trying to fit in and, you wear the uniform. We're all individuals for a reason. And I am at my best self when I feel more like myself. One thing that you always see, I wear blazers a lot. I love a blazer. I have lots of blazers. I am not ashamed of that. I've learned to really embrace whatever makes me feel the most comfortable. And the same with folks on my team or the folks I interact with. Like, I love, like Stacy, I love your style. It's so, classic but feminine, and I love when people express themselves, not only in just how they dress, but just who they are. When you're 100% who you are, you're going to attract people who want to be around that.
Well, and I think you give the people around you the permission to show up how they want to.
Right.
What's like the non-negotiable thing in your day? Maybe we already talked about it with the meditation, but like, no matter what, unless there's some super extraordinary circumstance, what is like the non-negotiable thing you do? Like,
to talk with my family. So there are 4 of us, and we're all very close. And so just even if I'm traveling, to hear the I love you from my kids and my husband means the world. That's a non-negotiable for sure. Meditation is a non-negotiable. And at least 30 minutes of some type of trashy TV.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. And then maybe the last question, which is in the sort of friends and family zone, how having friends is just, there's no C title, and when you're with your friends, you're just who you are.
Yes.
What do you like to do with your friends?
It's interesting. I saw a meme that said that friendship at this age is just passing memes to each other on various different platforms. And I think that's true. So I was passing memes this morning with a friend. And, my friends live all across the country. So, the way that we're able to connect with each other is by text message or by short messages. But we do plan at least every year to do something live and in person.
Thank you so much for being here and for sharing so much about you. Anything else that you would offer to the next generation of leaders?
First of all, it's been a pleasure being here with you, Stacy. I love our conversations. And I just leave you with taking the time to know yourself. I know what makes me tick. I know what ticks me off. I know what gives me energy, and I know what drains me. And it's just data. It's not a judgment on who you are or what you do, but it's that data that will help you to move forward in a more authentic way.
Beautifully said. Thank you.
Thank you.